People who struggle with anxiety, depression, or any sort of mental health issue have a tendency of making themselves not to be seen, They try as much as they can to just not be noticed. I know this because it's something that I've, struggled with for a long time. By invisible, it's just things like you're in university, like you avoid group work, you fail to talk to people, or you can't make eye contact with people, you're always looking down, trying to, walk with your phone in your hands, like you're doing something. And this, my friend, is ruining your life because if I had known this earlier, actually, the biggest problem with being invisible is that you don't even notice how bad it, like how badly it's affecting your life, not until you look back and realize how your actions, um, like lead you to a point of loneliness and self isolation. You know, um, for the longest time, especially in first year of university, I avoided any work that involved, working with people. I was basically isolating myself. I didn't know how to talk with people. I struggled with social anxiety for a long time. I just wasn't, like the more I stayed away from people, the harder it became for people to connect with me. That's the problem. I had people like try, like to reach out to form relationships, but I just felt so anxious, and the problem is, you see, when you have anxiety, you just, even when you're having a conversation with someone, you try to talk in a way that other people won't hear because it was I was I rarely talked such that if I'm talking to somebody, people always try to, like, it's like I grab people's attention, so to say. And my voice is really loud. Like I have a loud voice. So when I'm talking, people, I get people's attention and I'm aware of this. And just the thought of this made me really anxious, So when having a conversation with somebody, I just always somehow, like I was like whispering, just being weird, like just being awkward. The reason why this ruins your life, isolating yourself, the reason why it ruins your life is because with time, people start looking at you as you become unlikable. That's the problem. People look at you as somebody who they can't get anything from. They have nothing to learn from you, and they just start to resent you, so to say. That's the biggest problem, and this leads to loneliness. You know, for people who struggle with mental health issues, this is something that is beyond your control. You know that because I too was once in your shoes. It's something that I still struggle with even now. So all I can tell you is, actually, it's easy for an outsider to say, just talk to people. Yeah, just change. Just loosen up. But I know it's easier said than done. What really helped me though is I started seeing a therapist. Um, I got on medication and like my anxiety, my depression, and everything has improved. Like I feel much better. I feel like a little confident now when talking to people. I don't need to hide. Like I don't need to isolate myself. And yeah, if you're in university, you need people around you. You need people that are going to help you with one thing or another. University is all about being connected, having a good network of people, So being invisible ruins your life in a way that, you know, you start isolating yourself. People start resenting you, you know, and before you even know it, it actually makes your anxiety worse, your depression worse, your mental health issues, just everything just feels so ruined, and you start resenting yourself. That's the problem, you know. You start feeling like you're unlikable. You start feeling like you're not good enough. You're not worthy of, you know, having friends and all that. Um, if I had known earlier, you know, I always used to see people in my university, you know, like on my university page, you know, people are always doing these events, and like, how come I never know about this? And how are people always, you know, like on the school page and everything? But I isolate myself. I remove myself from situations that can give me opportunities. Then I start wondering how I missed out, you know. It doesn't make sense. So just try to get professional help. I feel like it's the best thing you can do before things are, you know, beyond a point that you can't control, you know.